Good afternoon. It's the 17th of March. Happy St. Patrick's Day. What's the ounce though? When you get down to it, what are we even talking about? What is the ounce? Somebody told us. They explained the ounce. Now we understand. The ounce is that feeling that you get when Brownie drops the bombs like napalm on your groove jungle, also known as your soul. Clearly, your soul is also your groove jungle. Mangs chills to the side with the swang dip, swang dip, swang dip. A bunker bomb to your Deemster Trench, aka Mind's Eye. Obviously, it's a fucking. We know that the Deemster Trench is where it all goes down. Anyway, Alan chills in the back with the shika 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 shika. A groove missile set on Bagok, and Barbs brings it all back home with the deedle dee deedle dee deedle dee deedle dee deedle dee deedle dee. A psychic breakdown mine hidden in a trance pasture, blowing open your bisco chakra. That, my friends, is the Unce. Top 10 songs of all time. This was hard. There's a lot more than 10 good Disco Biscuits songs. The Disco Biscuits are one of my favorite bands. I didn't take any actual notes on the Disco Biscuits. I will just try to explain to you why I like this band. I saw them. They were the first good jam band show that I felt like I went to because I saw them on the side stage in 2004 at Terrapin Station, the first Other Ones shows they played, and it was amazing. They opened Helicopters, Story of the World, I think. I've listened to the show since. I could link it. I could link a lot of stuff. The description of this video is infinite because there's so many recorded early Good Biscuits video shows. So I have no idea what to link. But I'll just link some good ones and then you'll find the other good ones. But anyway, I saw The Dead, the first Other Ones, at Alpine Valley, and they were okay, but they were too slow. I had to be stoned in order for it to be interesting. It was too slow. The Bisco set I saw completely sober, and the Biscuits fucking ruled. It was like a crazy rave dance party in the middle of the afternoon. Songs were amazing. It had like those precise compositions that I love in like Fish music and prog rock music. But they do these bliss jams in nearly every song. It's like a band that just plays like Harry Hood peaks every song. Which is like kind of my dream band, right? Just dirty, blissful peaks you can reliably get out of basically any of their songs can turn into that. Very quickly, when they establish this cool kind of dance beat, four on the floor pattern, especially with Alan now, who basically exclusively sticks to that and very rarely, it's always the fake drums now. It used to usually be drums and then sometimes it was the fake drums. Now it's always just fake drums. But it doesn't matter because there's still the euphoric shredding. You get the hood bliss jam type. They're my favorite jam band to see during, I don't know. They were the best jam band I ever saw. The first Disco Biscuits show I saw. It was just more inspired, more musically interesting than the 2004 Fish shows I'd seen that year or the Grateful Dead post-Sherry projects that I'd seen. So, I saw Disco Biscuits a lot of times. Not as much as Fish. Not even as much as Moe or Humphreys McGee. I think I've seen them like 10 times, 20 times. I'd have to count. I don't remember these years that great. But anyway, I listened to a lot of Biscuits shows on Archive. At that point, most people listened to shows from like 99 to 2002. And they would tell you the best shows were these old 99 shows, which I kind of agree with. It's kind of like Fish, like the Grateful Dead. Just sonically, earlier shows are more interesting, fertile with ideas than later shows. It's just more enjoyable to listen to a 1994 Fish show or a 1972 Grateful Dead show than to listen to like a recording of Rat Dog or Fish in 2009, or the Biscuits in. I don't know if the Biscuits are good again. I stopped listening to the Biscuits at a certain point, so I do not know if it's good. I heard the song Lakeshore Drive because I was driving on Lakeshore Drive, and then I pull up Biscuits, and then the number one thing is the street I'm on. So I was like, okay, I have to do Biscuits. I get it. I get it. Reminder God. It's time to do the Biscuits. Okay. So, Shout, Story of the World, Home Again. Home Again, I think, is one of the best songs to play for somebody who doesn't listen to weird, tripped out, blissy jam music, hasn't broken their brain by doing too many drugs. Those people, you know, you could play Home Again for them, and they would be like, oh, I get it. But, yeah, that's just what I would recommend for the Biscuits noob. You can just like conceal the magic in a couple minutes, and the lyrics are like I think that's a solid song. Anyway, other songs that are just good that just aren't on the list: Morph, Dusseldorf, Rules, Mr. Don, I Man, which are kind of the same song, but it's a good song. And the Ladies Are the Rest of the Night's not on it. Little Shimmy and a Conga Line, not on it. Little Betty Boop, nothing little's on it. I like the littles. I like a little. Not enough, though. Not enough to make the top 10. Digital Buddha, Rock Candy, Reactor, Nughuffer, Shemra, Humu Kuna Pua Pua. I do not understand this song or how to pronounce it. It's just beautiful and I love to hear it. Anyway, those are not in the top 10. Those are great Biscuit songs. You should listen to those. Also, Astronaut, Little Lie. There's a bunch of great Biscuit songs. I had to make 10 that were the best. I'm reading you that list, and I'm trying to do it in a certain amount of time. So, anyway, I did it for Moe and Humphreys, and this is the third one of the bands that I like, but this is the one that I like the best, because I like to put the third thing as the best thing. And then, anyway, the Biscuits. Yeah, see, I'm crazy. See how crazy I am? This is what people who do the amount of drugs that are into Disco Biscuits are. Is like that description I read. Crazy. It drives you fucking crazy, the amount of bliss you get from listening to these songs. If you are properly equipped, chemically. They're the best. It's like a rave on demand, traveling the country. Anyway, 10 is Helicopters. First song I heard, opened my first show, that rock and just rock riff got me like, okay, right away. And then Save the Robots, number 9. Anytime you hear the Save the Robots jam, that the way it builds, that I like the intro, that awkward, like, Magner sounds, Magner sounds, and the it's like that groove, and then the so good. So good. I love Save the Robots. I love AC to B. It's great. It's a wonderful composed song. The studio of this version is very good. If you just want something to like hear what the Disco Biscuits sound like, listen to literally the studio version of AC to B. It's a very good song. I had Hot Air Balloon, I put 7. This is a whole opera. This is like Bisco's Gamehenge. I went to the show in Worcester where they played the Hot Air Balloon opera. But I also went to a Biscuits show that I got kicked out. The Sound Tribe was opening. No, I went to two Biscuits shows. I went to one where I got kicked out during the Sound Tribe opener and never saw the show. I went to a different show where they got kicked out. And did not play a second set. And Barber had apparently broken his arm because he was partying and doing stupid shit. He somehow broke his arm. So they had Brothers Past Dude, Tom Hamilton, fill in, I think. Or maybe they had the Rack, Chris Marchetti. Either way. Rack and Brothers Past Dude were my favorite alternate Barbers in terms of that style of I like both of their bands. Anyway, this show, they played one set, no Barber, and then they were smoking so much weed backstage, or their people were so sketchy or something, that the Boston police and fire department shut down the show after one set and kicked everybody out. It was pretty sad. But I got to see them at festivals a lot. So I would be like spun at 2 in the morning and see them, and those were pretty glorious experiences. Hot Air Balloon, great. Wonderful composed parts. Crickets, I think, gets into some of their coolest jams. And I like the progression of it. Memphis, this just has the groove, like a little shimmy and a conga line, but it's just better. The lyrics are just more fun. It's yeah. Just what it yeah, making easy money. It's fucking great. House Dog Party Favor, number 4. I almost thought this was number 1. This is my favorite song, but for some reason I have to, I feel compelled to tell you that objectively I'm trying to make a list of what you should have for 10 Biscuits songs. In Hot Air Balloon, I love the way it's composed. I love the way the riff develops. And I think it's like a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite songs. But I don't think it's their best, I wouldn't play it first for somebody if I was trying to explain what the Biscuits are. But it's my personal favorite song. City Boy's Out of His Mind Again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Story of my life, dude. City Boy's Out of His Mind Again. Magellan, number 3. This is an amazing song. Fish should cover this song. It sounds like a great Fish song to me. It's so fucking good and tasteful, and I love the lyrics and the fucking it's a beautiful song. This is one of their best songs. Magellan, there's only 2 things better than you. One of them is Basis for a Day. If you do not like or understand what the music is that happens after Basis for a Day starts, the same goes for number 1, which is Mindless Dribble. If you do not enjoy what's being done to you in the 20 minutes of noise that you will hear after you hear the opening sections of Mindless Dribble or Basis for a Day, then you do not like electronic bliss jams, and I don't understand what you're hearing in the music that I'm not hearing. But to me, it's pretty clear Mindless Dribble, Basis were the best vehicles when they were in their prime. So that's why they're 1 and 2. Magellan is their best proper song. House Dog Party Favor is my favorite song. Memphis is just fun. I'm fine with that as the top 10. This top 10 was really hard. I had to think a lot in order to narrow it down. I love the Disco Biscuits. They're one of the great bands. Come play Chicago again.